Hi everybody, Joel Carlson here on Faces of Minnesota. Today my guest is Jen Sinkler. She is a fitness enthusiast, ex-rugby player, and a writer, actually editor, for Experience Life magazine, which is connected to Lifetime Fitness. So Jen, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
First question we're going to ask you is we want to know a little bit about your background. Where did you grow up, and what were some of the things that you were interested in being a part of when you were growing up?
I grew up in a mascot in Iowa called Montezuma. I played 4 sports. I was always an athlete, interested in running around the neighborhood, whether it was catching butterflies or catching fly balls. I was always active.
Okay. So did that translate then into high school and then in your college years?
Yep. I played, like I said, played 4 sports throughout high school with all-state softball, to state and track, and so was really interested in being fit. Not at all interested in lifting weights yet. But I liked to play. I liked rules, I liked games, I liked teams, and I found rugby pretty early on in my college career. I had gone on a date with this guy who was like, "You want to come? We play rugby?" And I think my line was supposed to be like, "Oh, you're so big and strong," and instead it was, "Oh, I need to play this," because I was always a little bit more physical than a lot of my peers. So it was a really good fit, like the tackling and stuff.
Okay, so you went into college, and then after college, you carried that on further in your career in rugby?
Yep. Once you get bitten by the rugby bug, you kind of can't shake it. So I found it in my sophomore year in college, and by the next year was playing for the Midwest team. And then, so when I came into rugby, I have to be honest, it was a little bit of a party sport. Like, that's the way rugby kind of used to be. And so for my first year, maybe 2, it was kind of like that. I was in it kind of for the social scene, as well as the physical activity. But then I made Midwest team, and then the junior national team, and then from there I made the U.S. women's rugby team. And we're kind of a weird sport because we've got two national teams, and one is the national 7s team, which is played with 7 players per side, and then the national 15s team, which is played with 15 players per side. And 15s is a little more crowded and tends to be bigger girls, so there's less room to run, and then 7s is kind of for the smaller, faster players. And I was lucky in that I got to, I was big enough to survive 15 and fast enough to thrive in 7, so I ended up being on both national teams. And I played all the way through 2009.
Jen, let's ask you a little bit about your exercise regimen since you're a fitness enthusiast. What are some of the things that are part of your typical, say, daily or weekly routine? What are, free weights, running, machines, what kind of things do you do?
I get this question a lot, and as part of my job as fitness editor at Experience Life, I feel like I should try about anything, so I will and have tried about anything except for Zumba. I haven't tried Zumba yet. But what I really love to do is lift weights. Like, I lift free weights often. And I get the question a lot, like, well, what do you do for cardio? And my answer is I lift weights faster. Don't touch the treadmill. I also do some sprint workouts. And I still do like some old agility rugby drills just for fun because I like them.
Now, do you get involved at all in things like, say, yoga or Pilates to help yourself, or is that a different kind of training?
I used to take this really great yoga class called, it's a type of yoga called forest yoga. It involves a lot of inversions, and so it feels a little bit like gymnastics because you're doing handstands and headstands, and you're just upside down a lot of the time, and I really enjoyed that. It's just been a little bit since I have gotten into yoga, but I should probably get back into it. Okay.
Now, another big part of fitness is gear, as far as what people wear, shoes. Is there any particular brands that you're drawn to, or you kind of just, if it's the right fit, then it works well, that's what I'll go with?
I have a laundry list of go-to brands.
Oh, okay.
Because I do a lot of fitness shoes, and so you learn what to ask for.
Probably based on the activity too.
Yeah, it is a little bit. I really like Innovate shoes. I like the really lightweight, minimalist shoes. So Innovate makes some good ones. New Balance makes some good ones. Merrell makes a really good minimal shoe. And then for pants and shorts, like that's always Lululemon. Tops are usually Nux or Aloe, and headbands are always Violet Love or Prana. Like, yeah, I got my brands down.
Now, another thing that's come up lately are people are using apps as far as, monitoring how far they're going, their heart rate, so forth. Do you use any apps at all in your training?
I have to be honest. I think it takes a certain personality type to really thrive in app world for fitness, and it tends to be runners and endurance athletes and other fitness geeks, like people who get off on technology. And I'm just not one of those people. I think that if that keeps you more accountable, like by all means, do heart rate training, track every workout, which I do. Like I do keep track of the weights that I lift, but that's about as techie as I get. I use this app called Adaptifier that tracks like sets and reps and workouts and total pounds lifted. That's always fun to see. Like, oh, I lifted 30,000 pounds this workout. It's just kind of satisfying. But as far as like gadgetry, I'm kind of a minimalist girl. I like the free weights and just me and my weights. Like I don't need any tech.